Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're listening to the podcast Capturing Magic. I'm Bill Rogers, the voice of Disney. Thanks very much for listening.
Hey everyone, welcome to Capturing Magic. I'm Steph Clay, and I'm here today with Tangie Baxter, who can be found at artjournalingthemagic.com. Thank you so much for being here, Tangie.
I'm so excited to be here.
It's going to be so fun to be able to visit with you again. And I got that website right, artjournalingthemagic.com.
Yep,
okay.
Yep.
And you're also on Instagram under that same.
Yeah, Art Journaling the Magic.
Okay, perfect. You are doing something right now that everybody dreams of doing, but everybody talks about doing, I think, but nobody actually does it. So share a little bit with our
crazy
listeners. I know, right? Not that it's crazy. It's like everybody really wants to do it, and I would love to be able to do it. So you're living everyone's dream right now is what you're doing. So share with our listeners a little bit about what you've been up to.
What we've been doing?
Yeah.
Well, my daughter left on her mission, and my husband hated his job. So we just decided it was like a great time to do something crazy. So I decided, and my husband got on board with me pretty quickly, to just sell everything that we owned and to just hit the road and just travel and teach workshops and go to Disneyland, of course.
Yeah.
And just travel and just see the country and have some time together and just see if we could, make a living as artists from the road. So, we're not millionaires. We don't have all this money saved away. Like we're working artists on the road, and it's been really fun. It's been a challenge, and it's just been so exciting as well. So we worked really hard for about 5 months to get everything sold, and then we left on December 30th.
And the first place you headed to was?
Pretty much to Disneyland. We headed towards California. We stayed in Temecula for a week just to decompress from like all the
craziness of.
Yes. We got an Airbnb on like this little piece of property that they had like little farm animals, and it was just fun, a place to just be able to relax for a week, because we had our 5th Art Journaling the Magic live retreat at Disneyland. I think it was started January 7th. So we went to Temecula, and then we headed to Disneyland and taught that workshop, which was, I think, the best one we've ever had.
And tell us fun. Tell us what you do at these workshops.
At the live workshops, so we have students come meet us there, and we have a big, huge art party like on a Monday night usually, and we have it catered, and we teach art, sketching and watercoloring. Me and Mindy Lacefield is usually our guest teacher. And then for the next couple days, usually 3 days, we go to the parks and we all hang out together, and we have what's called journaling camps. And so we set up at, some tables or a restaurant, and we art journal and sketch. And then people will go off and visit attractions and then come back and photograph those as well. And I know that you're all in the Google Photos that you've talked to me about and taught me about. We actually used that at the last workshop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did. I told a lot of the ladies there about Google Photos and how they could find their photos later when they want to go back and finish some of their artwork. So that was really fun to be able to give them that tool. And so, we sketch and journal and have a great time together as a group. It's pretty amazing. I tend to have to go off by myself at least once and just have a good cry, because I just feel so blessed that I get to do something that I love and to be there with such amazing people who share that passionate love of Disneyland,
Yeah.
That's not necessarily about the rides, which it isn't for me. I mean, I love all of them, but that's not why I love Disneyland. So it's fun to be there with other people who can just feel the magic and sense the specialness of being there. So that's kind of the 5-minute little tiny summary of all the magic we pack into 3.5 days.
It sounds super fun. I would love to be able to do it.
Yeah, it really is. And I feel like they just keep getting better and better. So I'm excited about them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And so you did your workshop, and then what?
And then we decided to stay. Well, for Christmas, what me and Dave got each other is the electrical parade was returning. And I can't remember the date. Was it January 19th? I think that they had that special
that private
parade
event thing.
Yeah, that private event. And so we decided, okay, well, we'll stay at Disneyland for at least a week after the workshop. And that's what we got for Christmas for each other. We're like, okay, we're going to go to this, to the party, because we'd never done anything like that. And when they announced it, it was exclusive to pass holders.
Right.
Later that was changed. But so we just thought it would be really fun to go to our first pass holder event, because we've had passports over the years, but we've never got to go to an event. So we decided to stay for a week, and then we ended up staying for more than 3. But
yeah. Which I think that's so fun that you were just able to say, hey, you know what? I think we're going to stay and go to Disney again today.
Yes.
Hey, I think we're going to go to Disney again today.
Yes.
Hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Let's go to Disneyland.
It's like, well, just for the next 3 days we can stay. Oh, let's just stay 3 more days. That's kind of how it ended up. We ended up staying in 11 different hotels and Airbnbs just in January. Wow. So we really, really were kind of doing it 3 days at a time.
Wow.
Just that's how crazy our life was. And it's amazing how much time it takes to book, to just try to keep finding somewhere to live.
Affordable and that has internet. And
yes, exactly. Because I was still working. And that was what was so great about it. Again, it's just that magic of it is we could make reservations at Carnation Cafe. And we could go over there and have like a late lunch and then go on 2 or 3 attractions and go home and not feel, or to the hotel, I should say, and not feel any sort of like pressure that we were missing out. You know how that feeling is when you even leave Disneyland an hour or 2 early? You're like, I am missing out on so many things.
Yes.
So that was awesome to just be able to really relax about the time that we had there, which I enjoyed so much.
For sure.
To just go sit on a bench and talk and then to also just go sit down and art journal, which was fantastic. So
yeah,
we had a great time.
Yeah. So you were able to do the Main Street Electrical event. But one of the highlights for me was that we were able to meet up.
I know.
A couple
great.
of
That
times.
day too.
Yes. That day.
That was the most magical day of my life.
I agree. It was pretty incredible. So we went, we met up around noon and we went to Club 33.
It was, bucket list item for sure.
Yeah.
I wanted to go so bad.
I was so excited when it was like the stars aligned, like all the pixie dust in the world came together. So that
we could make that happen.
Yes, so that we could all be there together. Some of my, favorite Disney people. I have a lot of favorite Disney people, but to have some of my favorite Disney people there with me and be able to experience that themselves, for the first time with them, it was so fun. And then we got to do that event that night, and we were texting almost nonstop. I mean, like here and there while I was there, and hey, did you see this? Did you see that? Oh my goodness. And it was fun.
Yeah. That party, I don't think they had the kind of turnout that they were expecting.
Which was awesome for us.
Yes. Plus all the rain that week just made it amazing. I mean, when we walked in the gates, everyone went and sat down for the parade. And I was like, are you crazy? There's nobody here. Like, go play. We walked on Peter Pan. We walked on Alice. We did all these things. On Pirates, they were letting you go around again if you wanted.
Oh, awesome.
But, that was a 20-minute, we didn't want to do that, multiple times. But that was amazing to just be able to have pretty much the whole park to yourself. And then we walked up and found a spot maybe like 10 minutes before the parade started. So it was, And then to get our pictures taken with the floats was incredible.
I know. My favorite part of the whole thing.
all the magic happened that day.
Yes, for sure.
It's a good thing they always make more there, right?
I know. So good. So good. Okay, so how are some of the ways that you've been documenting this?
Well, Technologically speaking, the Google Photos has been amazing for me because I've never been a camera person. I think I've talked to you about this on some different podcasts and stuff, but I've never been a camera person.
Let's give sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Let's give the listeners a little bit of a background here. So I had you on my Modern Photo Solutions website. You and I had gone to lunch, and you knew what I was working on, and so you tested my free class over there all about Google Photos. And then I had you come on the podcast because it turned out to be such a successful thing for you.
Yes. Yeah, it did. In fact, I think you told me about it at lunch, and I just came home and started playing with it.
You did, exactly.
Because I was just so excited. Yeah. And then I got to do your class. So yeah, for me, that was amazing because, I really felt like if I had a way to do it, I could watch my daughter grow up at Disneyland. I mean, we've been every single year, at least, once a year. And it always kind of made me sad in the back of my mind that I could never figure out how to find all those photos. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
easily and quickly, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I work, when I say I work full time, it really means I work 80 hours a week. So, I just hadn't had time to deal with my photos. And she was born obviously in the time where, a lot of her photos are still in
film,
paper form, film. Yeah. So anyway, it was so great for me to be able to use Google Photos and, start using that. Especially this trip was the first time I'd been, in November. I went to Disneyland with my family, a family reunion before my daughter left on her mission for our church. And we used it significantly then. And I got my sisters, hooked on it. I did a countdown for them. So
yay.
Yeah, I did. So in Google Photos, I would type in Disneyland, and I kind of just went back and I picked over the last, 15, 20 years, my 30 favorite photos. And then the 30 days before, I sent the whole family, I texted the whole family a picture, and some of these were, little kids, like little babies when they were at Disneyland. So that was fun for the 30 days before we went, for all of us to just relive some of those memories. And when I say I had lots of photos in there, at one point, at some time in the past, I had scanned in some photos, and those were automatically uploaded to Google Photos too. So I even had some of those paper photos in my Google Photos, which was fantastic. So I did that for them. That was great. And then at the retreat, I've been doing that, and I loved that. Sissy was creating albums for me every day. I think she could tell that we were having a party, because every day it would be like Thursday in Anaheim, Friday in Anaheim, Saturday in Anaheim. So because I was taking so many photos, she was organizing for me, which was amazing.
Yeah, she's pretty amazing.
Yeah, so that was great. And then obviously, one of the ways that for me is sketching. To me, when I sketch something, it captures not only the magic of that, that very minute, but because I think in photographs a lot of the time, then when I look at that photo, I can just feel, everything that I felt when I was sitting there sketching it. And I love doing that as well. So those are the two ways that we kind of, kept track of everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Really, really, good ways. And that's what's exciting for me, is that you've been able to take Google Photos and apply it and use it in your life in a way that works for you.
Yes.
You don't have to be a quote scrapbooker. You don't have to, in order to have Google Photos be a wonderful tool.
Yeah.
And
I would definitely say I'm not a scrapbooker. Yeah. Yeah. So even if you're not, it's amazing. In fact, I would say, because you can actually find your photos.
Yes.
For those of us that aren't scrapbookers, which is crazy considering the industry that I worked in for 10 years. Now I do a lot more of the art journaling and classes and stuff. So even when I was scrapbooking, I found scrapbooking hard because my photos were so disorganized. So there's help out there, people, for those of us who aren't good at the other scrapbooking stuff yet. I say yet because it's, something I do want to do. I just haven't got there yet. So.
Right. So let me drop right here for people. If you are interested in taking my free Google Photos class, just go to modernphotosolutions.com/free. And it's 30 minutes is all, and it will walk you through everything that you need to know about Google Photos, why you want to use it. It talks about compression. People are always worried about the compression of their photos. It clears that up totally. And so you'll be like, okay, yeah, you'll understand if it's a good solution for you or not, how it can back up your photos so you never lose any photos again. And then also show you how you can find any photo you've ever taken that's in Google Photos by just searching. I mean, that's what Google's good at. And so Google Photos is basically a search engine for the content in your photos.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
So amazing. So amazing.
I know. Can't talk about it enough.
I know. I can't wait until they start to get characters identified in there. Because that's what's cool about it, is that it's machine learning. And so it's continually based on what people are searching for, figuring out what's in photos. But you can type in Disneyland, and every photo that's been taken at Disneyland
will come up. Yeah, it's amazing.
Was it able to figure out the photos that were scanned in and pull those up when you would search on Disneyland too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I think so. I'm trying to remember if they pulled it up by if I was like searching, but with my daughter in them. If I was searching in there, so that I probably need to go check that, because it wouldn't have location data.
No, it wouldn't have geolocation data, but that's, Google Photos is smart enough that if it's the castle, it knows that's Disneyland.
Yeah. Well, I found, either way, I found them. So like, because I knew they were there, I found them. But I honestly, I can't remember if they came up when I searched Disneyland or if those came up because they recognized my daughter.
Right.
So, but either way, when I needed them, I found them. That's what's amazing. Even if it doesn't come up in your first search, you can just be like thinking a little bit more creatively.
Uh-huh.
I think I might have told you the story, but I think I was looking for pictures with churros, and I ended up typing in like food at Disneyland instead of churros at Disneyland. But now it does recognize churros at Disneyland. Awesome. So, anyway, so
that's awesome.
It finds it eventually.
Yes, but, and you can go through and name people. Yes, name people in the photos for the facial recognition. So then you can just type in like your daughter Samantha and churro Disneyland, and there you go. Yeah. And I found too that if you search for it today and you can't find it under specific, there a good chance in a month from now you can do it again and it will know it. Yep, because
it knows what you're looking for.
Getting smarter all the time.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
So. Okay,
so now after you were done at Disneyland, you headed east.
Yeah, we did. So we just kind of decided to make a beeline for my sister's house. We had some family things that came up, and we had been traveling for, 7 weeks or so. So we headed east, and I wanted to go visit my friend, Mindy Lacefield, who, like I said earlier, was the art teacher at Art Joining the Magic. So we just kind of traveled, and we did all the touristy things, which we never take the time to do when we're traveling. It seems like you're always in such a hurry. So we would pull over at scenic views and see things. And we went to in Amarillo, Texas, we went to go see Cadillac Ranch. Oh, yeah. And, just, different things that we would normally not take time if you were just driving straight through to somewhere.
Right.
So that was fun. So that took us about, so it took us about 9 or 10 days, I think, to get from California, here to Alabama. And now we're at my sister's house, and we're going to be here just for a little bit, for a little while. I had some classes that I needed to record for online classes that I'm doing. And so I did that and just taking care of some family stuff. And then in March, we're heading to Disney World for a while.
Yeah.
Not sure yet. I'm trying to, talk my husband into renting a condo or something for a month.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so we're headed down there for another live retreat at Disney World. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah. So tell us what you've got planned for that. Tell us the dates.
Okay. Let's see. So we have never done the Art Joining the Magic live retreats at Disney World before. And we decided that this would be the year to do it. And what's so crazy is we just decided this a couple weeks ago. We're crazy people. And so we're doing it March 27th through that Friday. Is that April 1st? I think so.
Saturday's April
Or
1st.
31st. Okay, so it's the March 27th through the 31st. It's Monday through Friday this time because there's 4 parks and we want to do all 4 of them. Not the water parks, for the other 4 parks. And we'll have our same, our art party on Monday night, and Mindy's coming as well. And I am so excited. I haven't been to Disney World for 22 years or so. So 1996 is when I went. So I don't know how long that's been, but, yeah, so we're excited to go down there and, teach our classes down there and explore Disney World together.
So what can people expect to learn? Like, what is art journaling? What are they going to learn how to do if they come and go?
Okay. Well, so many people have different what art journaling is. And in this particular case, it's almost more sketchbooking and watercoloring is kind of what we're doing. So we teach you how, and everyone can draw. I am just adamant about that. You might not be able to draw exactly how you want the first time you pick up a pencil, but you couldn't write your name the first time you tried either. So it just takes practice. And I say this all the time, but drawing is just like learning an alphabet. If you can write, you can draw. And so we kind of try to teach you how to break things down into very simple shapes. And a lot of the time I'll say, this looks like a J, when you're drawing something. This is an S shape. And it really helps you break down the drawing so that it's easy. I think a lot of people are intimidated by that part of it, but you just get better with it with practice. So we try to help people overcome their fear of drawing. And then we spend a lot of time teaching you how to watercolor. And then the other thing that we do while we're there is Mindy and I have both built businesses, creative businesses. And so normally you have to pay us a couple $100s an hour for us to sit down and talk to you about how to run a creative business to get a private consultation. But if you're at one of the retreats with us, we will spend as much time with you as you need or want, and we answer questions about how we run our creative businesses. So it's another great way for people who are wanting to make a living from their art to be able to pick me and Mindy's brain. And while we're sitting there doing art, we'll talk with everybody, which is really fun. And what our main goal is to get everyone to just slow down at the parks and really notice all those little details that so many people miss. And, just enjoy being at the parks and not worrying about running to the next attraction.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
It is. There's just no words. I really feel like the English language fails us. We have these words like fun, but we don't have another word for fun. And that's not what it is. I mean, it is fun, but we need a better word. It's
also inspiring, and it's also magical, and
it's just everything all the good feels that you could have like wrapped into 3 days. And like, I really feel like most of our students go home super inspired. Not only that they can draw and that, tapping into their creativity is really important, but, just ready to like work on a goal and, like go home and get it done kind of an attitude. So it's great. It's just great and fun. Those are terrible words, but I don't know.
My go-to is awesome, amazing, fabulous, but those still don't encapsulate everything that
they really don't. And,
it is.
Mindy and I talk about all the time how it's just really like an experience that you could only dream of, that all of these things combine in one. And we just talk about how lucky we are all the time that we get to do this, not only just to teach it, but to be a part of it. I mean, if someone else was doing it, I would go. This is something that I would want to be a part of even as a student, to just be part of that group energy, to have that. So synergy of that.
Yeah. So are you guys all staying at the same location, or people can stay anywhere and then you're just meeting inside the parks? And
yes, that's how we do it, because, people have all different budgets. So you can stay you kind of have to handle your lodging yourself. We're talking about doing a cruise in 2018. So obviously we would, get all the rooms together and stuff. But for now, you just kind of stay where you want. And then Monday night we rent out a room in a hotel usually. like a conference room. But then the rest of the days, you get an itinerary. We call them our itinerary. And every day it shows you where we're going to be, what time we have journal camps, what attractions we're going to go on together. And then we always allow for free time so that you can go off and take pictures of the things that you want to paint, and obviously ride the rides where we can't get a whole group on a ride.
Right.
So especially at Disney World with the magic bands. So that's going to be interesting. We're going to work around that as well, but we'll do all the rides that we can do as a group.
Yeah.
And then you can go off and do your other stuff. So it is very organized, and usually people have a lot of fun, just having a good balance of both things. And the other thing is, a lot of people are nervous about coming by themselves without their family. Like, I can't come without my kids, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
They feel super nervous. But I have found time and time again that people that come with their families do not have as good a time as the women who are just brave enough to come by themselves, because you're always going to be torn in two between wanting to spend time with the group, because once you get there, you'll be like, why was I feeling nervous? There's so many great ladies here to be friends with. And being torn to want to go spend time with your family. So I guess the other point of that is if you did want to come with us, we pretty much hang out together except during free time, and always there's always someone that wants to go do something with somebody. Does that make sense? So no one's ever feeling like alone. And plus you can just hang out with me the whole time if you want. I just like to sit there and art. So, if you want to do lots of attractions, you can go off with the other students, but it's great to have that mix.
Yeah, for sure. It sounds great. So if people want to check it out, you have very, very limited spots available.
Yes. We only have 5 spots left, actually. So, it's very limited, but awesome.
Yeah.
To use that word, awesome. So if you got one of those spots, I promise it would be incredible. So they can go to artjournalingthemagic.com, and then there's a tab right on the top that says live retreat at WDW, Walt Disney World. So they can get all the details there. And if for some reason someone really wants to come, just email, and you can't register the second. If they email me, we can always, talk about that. So we try to work with people. But we only have 5 spots left. So
hurry, do not delay.
Hurry. We want you to come to our first one at Disney World.
That's super exciting.
It's going to be, we have some fun things planned that we've never done before either. Some really cool gifts and stuff too for this one. As we get more and more, I don't want to say bigger, because we've only always let a certain number of students in, but we're getting more sponsors and stuff that are sending us some really cool swag for our students. And we're in the process of lining up some really cool stuff for this Disney World one. So I'm excited.
That's exciting.
Yes. Hopefully they all come through. Yeah. It'll be really amazing.
Perfect. Okay. I think I'm excited for you. And I wish so bad that I could be there, but I'm headed to Disney World just a few weeks later.
I know. That's why I'm I have to stay so I can go hang out with Steph. We can have, a private day. Steph.
I know. It would be fun.
We'll just journal together. Yeah.
There you go. That would be super exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll after we finish recording, I'll hook you up with maybe some deals. I'll tell you how to find some good deals on some condos in the area. If you're staying off site, it's usually super affordable at Disney World.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. Everyone keeps telling me Disney World is more expensive, and also they're having that special right now for the tickets. If you only are going to go for 4 days, it's only $290. That's insane to me. Cheap for 4 days.
Yeah.
But I think it ends March 1st, so I don't know when this podcast is coming out. But if you can, go get one of those tickets that they're doing right now.
Yeah, I'm going to look really quick and see if this is...
I'm pretty sure it's March 1st that it ends.
Yeah.
But
okay, yeah, and this podcast will air after March 1st.
Oh, sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they do stuff like that all the time.
Yeah, Disney World... People, if you're comparing prices between going to Disneyland and going to Disney World, passes are so expensive now at Disneyland.
Yeah.
That And hotels in the Disneyland area are so much more expensive.
Oh my gosh. Well, and they've just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
At least they were in January. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the most insane thing I'd ever seen. The
It
prices
was.
they were asking.
It was, because you and I
I've never-
talked about that. We saw, so the Fairfield Inn, for people, so you can understand, people that are familiar with the Disneyland area, the Fairfield Inn was $350 a night during that time in January.
Yeah.
Insane.
Crazy. Yeah, no, it was the Super 8 hotel. I mean, we were, we can't do $350 a night. Like, no, we're traveling full time. Like, no, that's not happening. But even 2-star hotels on Hotwire with really bad reviews. I'm not saying Super 8 was one of those, because we ended up actually staying there one of the nights that was so expensive. But what was my point? Oh, 2 stars with really bad reviews. They were asking like $90 to $150 a night on Hotwire.
Yeah.
There was just nothing available. So anyway, we ended up staying at a Super 8 for a couple nights because we just couldn't find anything else that we could afford. And it was actually pretty okay. Some of those are so scary.
I know other people that have stayed at the Super 8 near Disneyland and had a good experience. So
yeah.
There's just not any great hotels that are affordable near Disneyland. You usually have to go further out or go at the really low peak times, which, I thought January was.
Yeah, clearly not so much. Because, I know there's a music festival, that guitar, whatever. I know there's other things going on, but I felt like things were triple, not just double, but triple what they normally are. Because, you can usually find an amazing hotel for $100 a night. Like, you don't usually have to stay in the Super 8 for $100 a night.
Yeah. It was crazy. But compared to Disney World, you can stay on site for under $200 a night. You can sometimes stay on site for under $100 a night if you're going with one of the All-Star, the Disney All-Stars, or the, those lower bracket, the budget-friendly motel or hotels on site. You can a lot of times get those for $100 a night.
Wow. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. So when you're comparing apples to apples, for us, what it comes down to is that airfare is significantly more expensive to get to Disney World.
Yeah. Yeah, that for us too. So, but now that we're all the way on this side of the country, we're just going to be driving down there. So I'm really excited.
You're a lot closer. How many hours are you from Disney World?
It's only 8.5 hours.
Not bad.
Yeah. So we'll probably get annual passports, honestly, so that we can, go down there. And plus, then I can just feel cool for a year that I have Disneyland and Disney World annual passes, right?
Yes, exactly. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll be getting a Disney World pass. But I priced out like having the combined pass, and it's really not worth it.
Yeah, no, we priced it out too, and because ours is going to be offset a little bit, like because we got our passes in November and we didn't need these till March, it wasn't worth it.
No, because they backdate it. The Disney World one would backdate and expire at the same time as Disneyland, and so that makes it.
Yeah. So yeah. If we would have known at the no, I probably still wouldn't have done it. I was going to say if I would have known at the time, but no, I still wouldn't have done it.
No, because I priced it out and it was going to be about $200 more to get the combined. And the only thing that it would give me is that I would have unlimited, no blackout dates at Disneyland. That's the only, and then a little bit more of a discount at Disneyland. And that just, to me, that doesn't make it worth it.
Yeah.
Pay that.
Well, and who wants to be there on a blackout date anyway, in my opinion?
Exactly. I totally agree.
Out, then that means I'm going to be like at least 100 miles away from there.
Totally agree. Especially
anyway.
Disneyland. Disney World isn't as bad because there's so much more room for people to spread out,
walk.
I think. Yeah.
They're not going to get locked in a chain there in front of Pirates of the Caribbean and you can't get out.
Yeah.
For those of us who have claustrophobia, we don't walk down there anymore.
No, I know, right? I will get stuck.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah.
That was a little tangent, but so I'm excited to go back to Disney World and like get another opinion of it, in my older and wiser years.
And they've added so much stuff since then too.
Yes, well, Animal Kingdom wasn't even there when we went. So there's no words for how excited I am.
Yeah.
So
that's cool. Okay, I'm so excited for you, and I can't wait to watch it. I'm going to be glued to my Instagram watching everything that you do, like I do every single time. So Art Journaling the Magic on Instagram. And then everyone needs to hustle as quickly as they can, because once this airs, I'm sure those 5 spots are going to fill up fast.
Yeah, I hope so. Yes, everyone come. Hey, can I just mention one more thing,
Yes,
Steph,
please.
that your listeners might think's fun? We're doing a new color challenge on our Art Journaling the Magic Instagram. I just thought of this, and it's great for anyone that does any kind of art, including scrapbooking. So we like take a picture in front of a attraction or something and pick out some colors, and then you can join in the color challenges. So we're calling it Wonderful World of Color Wednesday. So that might be really fun, even for people who scrapbook, or, you know, even photographs. I'd love to see some photographs inspired by the colors each week. So I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yes,
it's free to do that with us. So
thank you. That will be super. I've seen you guys doing that, and I love the name.
Isn't it too fun?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it's great. Okay.
Thanks for letting me share that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, artjournalingthemagic.com to register, and then Art Journaling the Magic on Instagram. And good luck with everything you have coming up. It's super exciting.
You so much, Steph.
Yeah. Thanks you for being here. Yeah, we'll see you next time on Capturing Magic.